on fast forward? Oh, there you go.
Ask your teacher to explain it. Or you could ask your mom or dad when you get home. Your body changes throughout your life. Think back to how you looked when you started kindergarten. I bet you've changed since then. The way you feel and act is probably different as well. You are getting ready to do new things. You are getting bigger and stronger. Over the next few years, many changes will take place as you grow up. Remember, puberty doesn't happen overnight. You'll have lots of time to get used to all of these changes.
What happens during puberty?
Your body develops and changes in many different ways. These changes may happen so slowly that it may be a while before you notice any difference. Changes often happen earlier in girls than in boys. Your body will change at its own pace. This may be different or the same as some of your friends, and it doesn't really matter. By the time you are grown up, your body will have developed no matter what age you were when you entered puberty. So let's look at why puberty happens. Chemicals called sex hormones are made in the body. They give a signal to the body to start these changes. In boys, the main hormone is called testosterone. And in girls, the two main hormones are called estrogen and progesterone.
Do girls and boys change in the same way?
Some of the changes are the same, and some are different. Let's check out what happens to girls.
So what happens to girls?
Girls grow taller and change shape. Some of the changes will happen very slowly. Putting on some weight is normal at this time. Over time, your hips will get a little curvier and your breasts will develop. Breasts come in all shapes and sizes. Later, if a woman has a baby, her breasts will produce milk. The milk is all the food the baby will need to get small. Breasts don't produce milk all the time, but only for a while after pregnancy and birth. Girls will get some hair on some parts of their body, usually under the arms and between the legs. The hair between the legs is called pubic hair. Hair on the arms and legs may begin to get thicker and darker.
So what other changes happen to girls?
Very important changes are happening in the reproductive system, or sex organs. First, let's find out what these organs are. The sex organs on the outside of the body are called vulva. They include the opening of the vagina, the urethra where the urine comes out, folds of skin called the labia, and the clitoris. On the inside are the uterus, which is also called the womb. During puberty, this grows to about the size of a pear. 2 ovaries. These are about the size of a walnut, and there's one on each side of the womb. 2 fallopian tubes. The cervix, or neck of the womb. This is a very narrow opening to the womb. The vagina. This is a muscular passage leading from the womb to an opening between the girl's legs. Each girl is born with a supply of eggs, or ova, in her ovaries. These eggs are tiny cells that might one day help to make a baby.
What happens to these eggs?
The eggs stay in the ovaries until puberty. During puberty, an egg will start to leave one of the ovaries every month. When the egg leaves the ovary, it is called ovulation. After leaving the ovary, the egg will move into the fallopian tube to start its journey to the womb. Once a woman begins ovulating, the womb makes a soft lining of blood every month. This is to help a baby grow if the egg joins with the sperm from a male. If the egg doesn't meet the sperm, it won't settle into the womb. It will just leave the body through the vagina, but it is too small to see. The lining made by the womb will not be needed, so this blood will slowly pass out through the vagina. This is called menstruation, or a period.
What do I need to know about periods?
Most girls get their first period around the age of 12 or 13, though some girls start a year or two earlier or later than this. A few spoonfuls of blood will pass slowly out of the vagina over a few days. Periods continue to happen about once a month for many years of a girl's life. They may last anywhere from 3 to 7 days. At first, your periods may not be very regular, but they usually settle down after a while. It's a good idea to make a note of when your periods come, so that you have some idea of when the next one might be. Sometimes, before and during a period, girls may have cramps, pain from the lower abdomen, and feel a bit tired or upset. They should only last for a couple of days. Some girls don't have any problems at all. But if you do, talk to to your mom or another grown-up relative or friend before your periods start is a good idea. When your period starts, you will need to use sanitary pads or tampons to protect your clothes. There are a lot of different kinds in the supermarkets and drugstores. Pads are worn inside your panties. They are held in place by sticky strips on the back of the pad. Change pads at least every 4 to 6 hours, or more often if necessary. Put on a fresh one before going to bed. Used pads should be wrapped in tissue and put in the trash, not flushed down the toilet. Tampons are small tubes of tightly packed cotton and or rayon. Tampons with a junior absorbency rating are the smallest and are best for younger girls. The tampon is inserted into the vagina and is removed by pulling on its string. You can't feel it once it's in place. Change tampons at least every 4 to 8 hours. Use a pad at night in case you sleep more than 8 hours. Don't forget to remove the last tampon at the end of a period. You might prefer to use pads rather than tampons when you first start having your periods. They can be easier to manage. You might want to keep one in your backpack in case you need it at school. If your first period starts at school, you could talk to one of your teachers.
Will periods stop me from doing anything?
It takes a little bit of time to get used to having periods, but they won't stop you from doing any of the things you usually do. You can still play sports, ride a bike, have a shower or bath. If you want to go swimming, you'll need to use a tampon, as pads aren't suitable for the water. Exercise can help to ease any cramps or pains you might have during your period. Periods are a normal part of becoming a woman, and after a while, they just become part of your life.
How will I feel?
Now that you are growing up, you might feel a bit different than when you were younger. You are preparing to be an adult and learning and doing lots of new and exciting things. Sometimes you will feel great about this, while other times you might find it all a bit confusing. You may love taking on new tasks and responsibilities, or you may think that growing into an adult is hard work. Sometimes you will want to be with your family or friends, and other times you will prefer to be alone. This is all part of puberty and growing up. The hormones that we mentioned earlier can affect your feelings, but they will settle down. If at times things are a bit confusing or get you down, you don't have to keep it to yourself. It may help a lot to talk it through with someone in your family or a good friend. Around this time, you'll probably get interested in different things: clothes, music, sports, or other hobbies. You might want to spend a lot of time with your friends. Having a boyfriend is also a normal part of growing up, but happens at different times for everyone. You might be happier for now just being with a crowd of different friends.
What about parents?
You are starting to think for yourself and have your own ideas. These ideas could be different from your parents. You might even think they are too strict, boring, don't understand you, or are a bit silly at times. Other times you'll think they're great. Parents can be a great help to you during puberty, so it's important to talk to them and let them know what kinds of things you are thinking and feeling. They can advise you and reassure you or help you if you need it. Just because you are beginning to grow up doesn't mean you have to do it by yourself.
What can we do to take care of ourselves?
If you look after your body, you'll feel better, you'll look better, and you'll have lots of energy. What you put into your body is important. Eating lots of different foods in the right amounts helps your body grow and stay healthy.
What should I eat?
You need carbohydrates, like breads and cereals, to give you energy throughout the day. Fruits and vegetables for vitamins and minerals. Dairy, milk, cheese, and yogurt for healthy bones and teeth. Proteins in meat, fish, beans, and nuts. They give you energy and help you grow. It is important not to eat a lot of sugary or fatty foods like sweets, cakes, and potato chips. Too much is not good for your body. Because your body is growing and changing right now, extra calcium and iron are really important. You can get calcium from dairy foods and iron from meat and green vegetables. Start each day with a good breakfast and eat lunch and dinner too. Remember to drink enough water, as your body needs a lot of fluids.
Is there anything else?
Try to keep active. It only takes 60 minutes of exercise a day to stay fit and healthy. You just need to do an activity like fast walking, cycling, or dancing, which gets you slightly out of breath. You might be involved in sports like football, basketball, or athletics, in school or with your friends. Just keep this up. Staying active now is a good way of making sure you don't turn into a couch potato later on. The good news is that it can also make you feel good, look great, feel more alert, increase your energy, and help you relax and sleep better. Exercise can be fun. Find a friend who likes the same things or take part in a team sport. If you do something you really enjoy, you'll want to do even more of it.
Do I have to wash more?
Yes. During puberty, your body begins to sweat a bit more, especially during exercise. This might be most obvious under your arms and on your feet. This is your body's way of keeping you cool. But if you don't wash for a day or two, the sweat may begin to smell. Bathe or shower daily and change your socks and underwear every day. Your skin makes oil to keep it soft, but during puberty, it may make a bit more for a while. For some people, this could mean that their pores get blocked, so they get pimples on their face or their body. To look after your skin, wash with mild soap and water morning and night. Do not pop pimples, as this may infect them and leave scars. Eat healthy foods, and get a good night's sleep. As you get older, your skin will usually clear up again. But if you are bothered by pimples, there are treatments that can help clear your skin. Talk to your parents or doctor about this.
Why do I still need to go to bed early?
Sleep is important, as it helps our bodies grow and develop. After a good night's sleep, you'll be full of energy, and you can think and concentrate better. If you don't get enough sleep, you could wake up irritable, and you'll be sleepy during the day, or find it hard to concentrate. Try to get 8 to 10 hours of sleep a night. It can be fun growing from a child to an adult, though maybe not all the time. Sometimes you feel very confident and grown up. Other times you could still feel like a child. Changes will not happen overnight. This means that you will have plenty of time to get used to everything and to learn all you need to know along the way. There are lots of people to learn from, so ask for help when you need it. Growing up is very exciting, so enjoy this special time.
Does anybody have any questions?